These are two articles which I had printed. The first one on the subject of the Iran in prophecy. Recent events remind one of the Yalkut that was made famous at the time of the 1991 Gulf War. Quote, in the year in which the Mashiach will be revealed, all the nations of the world will provoke each other. The king of Persia will provoke the king of Arabia, and he will go to the king of Edom to take counsel. And the king of Persia will threaten to destroy the entire world. Yalkut Shimoni 499. Persia could be Iran, Arabia could be Saudi Arabia, and the king of Edom could be the president of the USA. Quote, 40 years before Mashiach ben David, there will appear Mashiach ben Yosef, who will be slain by the king of Persia in Jerusalem. Pirkei HaChalos 39. Quote, if you see a Persian horse tethered to a grave in Eretz Yisrael, look out for the coming of the Mashiach. Midrash. Bilam, in his last prophecy, bewailed in one of the strangest verses in the Torah, quote, Oy mi yichyeh misumo el, tzim miyad kitim, ve'inu ashur, ve'inu ever, v'gam hu ade oved. Bamidbar 24. Woe, who will survive Hashem's devastation? Warships will come from the ports of Kittim to lay waste Assyria and Eber, possibly referring to Syria, Iraq, and Iran. And these ships will also be utterly destroyed. The Torah here talks of the end times, talking about warships. Indeed, aircraft carrier battle groups keep being attracted to the Persian Gulf and Eastern Mediterranean as if by a magnet. Hinei Damasik Musa Me'ir Vahaisa Me'i Hapala. Behold, Damascus will cease to be a city, it will become a heap of ruins. Damascus, Isaiah 17. Together with Russia, Moscow, Tobolsk, Libya, Egypt, Turkey, Germany, and Black Africa, Paras, Persia is depicted in Yechezkel 38 as one of the nations that will confederate with Gog and Magog in attacking the land of Israel. In February 1991, the then recently resigned British Prime Minister, Mrs. Margaret Thatcher, lamented the historic failure of the coalition to encircle and remove the thief of Baghdad, Saddam Hussein, in Iraq. They failed. Lahavdil, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, strongly urged the encirclement of Cairo and Damascus in 1973, of Tyre in 1978, and of Beirut in 1982, deeming them propitious times to defang the Klippus Yishmael once and for all. Klippus Yishmael. And he predicted that failure to do so would ensure that the poor Israelis would be repeatedly compelled to unwillingly reconquer them again and again and again, as we see. According to all halachic opinions, Gaza and Lebanon are part of Eretz Yisrael, and once occupied by Jewish forces, they are forbidden to be voluntarily relinquished. The nations each have a heavenly representative in Shemaim, a supernal angel, a supernal Sar, that wage war against each other in heaven. The idea of angels in heaven fighting each other, it's not a Christian idea, it's a Jewish idea. The Sar of Paras seems to have become reactivated in our days. Quote from Daniel chapter 10, and the prince of the kingdom of Persia, the supernal angel, has been standing against me for 21 days. And behold, Michael, the angel of the Jewish people, one of the first Sars has come to help, and I remain there beside the kings of Persia. And then strangely, he continues, Daniel, Uvasi la'avincha es asher yikra la'amcha ba'acharis hayomim ki od chazon liyamim. Behold, I have come to enable you to understand, Daniel, what will happen to your people ba'acharis hayamim, at the end of days, for there is yet a vision for those days. And now I shall return to battle with the angel of Persia. The Talmud in Yoma 10 gives opinions that Persia is destined to fall by the hands of Rome, which could be interpreted, Iran will fall by the hands of America. Paras sheyipol b'yad Romi. But there is a contrary opinion given in the Talmud, that Romi yipol b'yad Paras, that Rome will fall by the hands of the Persians. Until now, a war between the USA and Iran would have been a no contest. But with the United States of America, as it once was, seemingly self-liquidating, and it may currently be in terminal decline, the USA may be on its way out. See the article, The Future of America at the End of Time, by Rabbi Mendel Kessin, and Why Civilizations Die, by Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. The Persians, the Iranians may still be in with a chance. Chas v'sholom. The parameters of Mashiach ben Yosef are considerably wider than that of Mashiach ben David. A woman can possess a bechina, a woman, an aspect of Mashiach ben Yosef. For example, the midwives, the mialdos in Egypt, are considered by the Vilna Gaon to have had an aspect of being the Mashiach ben Yosef. And he states that Esther, the queen of Persia, Esther Malka Paras, was the Mashiach ben Yosef of her generation, a woman. And even a non-Jew, a Gentile, can be in the category of being a Mashiach ben Yosef. As the verse says, Ko amah Hashem leMashicho leKoresh. Thus says Hashem to his Messiah, to Koresh, Isaiah 45. The Vilna Gaon says there, Koresh, Cyrus, king of Persia, a non-Jew, he who gave permission for the temple to be rebuilt, was an aspect of Mashiach ben Yosef. Rabbis pointed out at the time of the election of Donald Trump in 2016 that his name, Donald Trump in Hebrew, has the gematria of 424, the same as Mashiach ben David. Now, no one is saying that Donald Trump is Mashiach ben David. Mashiach ben David has to be a male and he has to be a blood descendant of Ishai. But it's possible, say the rabbis, that Donald Trump was a manifestation of Tov Sheba Esau, the good side of Esau. And, according to the Vilna Gaon, Donald Trump, who, like his daughter Ivanka Yael Trump, Kushner, is claimed to have quietly converted from Presbyterian Christianity to Judaism. A claim has been made, Donald Trump has quietly become a Jew, and that he could yet be with a chance of becoming Mashiach ben Yosef, should he be re-elected in November. Finally, Ki hineni bore shamayim chadashim va'aretz chadasha v'lo sischarna harishonos v'lo tzalena alev. Behold, I will create new heavens and new earth, says Hashem, and the earlier ones will not be remembered, nor will they even come to mind. Yeshaya 65.
Wow.